Guess who's back? Late again. Busby's back. Tell your friends. But seriously, tell your friends. Share this video with your friends. If you don't have any friends or you don't like me, share it with someone you don't like. Waste their time. Tell them they have to watch it all the way to the end. I'm not going to ramble on too much this time. I'm just going to let you guys know what took me so long. I had two,
count 'em, 2.
Crohn's flare-ups, and I damaged the muscle in my right arm. So it's been really hard to do anything with that. So like makeup has not been easy, but we're gonna make it work today. How do you like my Shirley Temple curls? I tried finger curls. They're very messy, but I don't know. My hair's been worse. So also, I noticed from my analytics that not everybody is making it through the whole video. Yeah, that's right. I noticed. You thought I wouldn't notice? Well, I did. So I'm gonna try to make the videos a little bit shorter. Today I'm doing something a little different. Like I said, I want to help you guys out with holiday gifts, last minute holiday gifts. If you guys are struggling, if you don't have a whole lot of cash and you're just trying to get something done, I have a few things today that are going to help you. So I'm going to be showing you those in a quick little succinct way. We're going to try that out, see how that works. And I'm going to be reviewing today
What's this? What's this?
the Nightmare Before Christmas ColourPop palette. It is a fairly new collaboration. Very, very pretty color story. There's a little bit of a gouge in Frog's Breath. Don't mind that. I'm still not always used to the claws. I'm going to work with this today and I'm going to do a rating, but I'm not going to show all my other makeup that I'm doing. If you guys are curious about what products I use, let me know. I can always like list those in the display, or what is it called? The description. I can always list them in the description, or I can do a little thing to show them on screen. Let me know what you would prefer if you want to know what the other products that I use are. I have some Mystic Woods burning again back there. Smells really nice and festive.
Merry Christmas, bitches!
Let's just go ahead and dive into the eyeshadow, shall we? I kind of wanted to do two different eyes, but I have to go out after this. I've tried a lot of ColourPop's like burnt oranges, pinks, and berries, and they're always really good. So I want to dive into the more cool toned colors today. So we're gonna do a quick eye look and then review this palette. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sure most of you do. It's a classic. One thing right off the bat is there's a lot of green on the packaging, like on the box there was more green, and there's some green dots on the palette. So I'm a little sad that there's no green in the palette. And I don't use pinks a whole lot, so for me it's not like the best color story in the world. But those cool tone colors are really, really cool.
Boo! You stink!
So let's give it a shot and see how we feel. For eye primer today, I think I'm just gonna use concealer because I have a lot of bags and discoloration going on with my eyes right now. And I'm gonna put my hair up real quick. Quick update, I just tried to do my brows with this NYX Thick It Stick It. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Worst brow gel I have ever used, will be returning. It was like glue and paint mixed together. It looked so bad, and then when I went to take it off, it was really hard to take off, so now my eyebrows are really sore and they look kind of wonky. It looks like I just got them waxed or something. So we're just gonna ignore that and continue. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush. I think this is from Firma. It's a 202. And I'm going to start with the shade Meant to Be.
We're simply meant to be.
which is sort of like a cool toned beigey gray. Just putting that in and above the crease. Then I'm going to darken it up with the shade In My Bones. I'm going to add that mostly to the corners. Then on that same fluffy brush, I'm going to warm the whole thing up just a little bit with Dear Friend. It's got a little snowflake made out of bones. Then I'm going to grab that Duochrome Frog's Breath.
Frog's breath will overpower any odor.
Bitter.
Wormswort! Where's that wormswort?
Sally, that soup ready yet?
Coming!
Good soup.
And I'm going to throw it on a flat brush. This one doesn't have any branding on it, so just a flat brush. And I'm going to spray it with some MAC Fix Plus, as I usually do shimmers, especially the more affordable shimmers. Then I'm going to grab the shade 0, and I'm going to put that on the under the brow bone and on the inner corner. Okay, that is a very metallic shade. I think the last thing I'm going to do on top is I'm actually going to grab that berry shade Everybody Scream. On a smaller brush and just put a hint of that in the crease to bring the duochrome and the cool tone shades together. All right, so we were able to use over half the shades in the palette so far. I am going to do the rest of my face and I'll be right back for the under eye.
Hello one and all, this is VoiceOver Busby. So glad we were finally able to meet. So I have come to see you today because I have, as promised, some gift ideas. The first one is a custom snow globe magnet. Now I didn't execute it perfectly, but maybe you'll do a better job than I did. Let's just get right into it. So the first thing you're gonna need is a little painting or easel. I was able to get a 1 by 1 inch easel at the Michael's Craft Store. I painted it and glued on some colored decorations. You can use cardboard or cardstock. Just a small, square, cute little picture, maybe even a photograph. Next, you're going to need some packing tape, a box of toothpicks, preferably flat toothpicks, some white paint or whiteout, a hot glue gun and some hot glue, some fine ground salt, and some magnet. You can either use a magnet you already have, or you can buy strips of magnet at the craft store. So first, you'll want to take your beautiful little piece of art, your drawing or your painting, and you're going to want to put a layer of packing tape around it, just to flatten everything down. Then you're going to take your toothpicks and you're going to paint them with the white paint or the whiteout. Once they're dry, go ahead and use the hot glue gun to glue them to the edges of your beautiful piece of art. Once they're glued on and dry, you're going to pour in a little bit of salt. Then you're going to take a 3-inch piece of packing tape and a 1-inch piece of packing tape and put the 1-inch piece face down in the middle of the 3-inch piece. You're going to put that over your little piece of art, sealing in the salt. Then put another piece over, just to make sure everything's sealed in. Then use the hot glue gun to glue on your magnet. Now you have a little snow globe magnet. You can shake it and the snow moves around. Isn't that fascinating? All right, that's gift number 1. And now I'm gonna pass you back to Busby in the closet.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna do the lower lash line now before I finish up. Yes, I have foundation lips. Isn't it beautiful? The memories of high school. So I'm just gonna blend out pretty much the same colors that I did on top on the bottom with a smaller brush. This is from Beauty Bakery and it has a little spoon. Okay, now I'm gonna finish up the eyes and lips and be right back.
Hey, hi, hello, it's voiceover Busby again. I just couldn't stay away. I'm back for gift number 2. This one is so simple, and you might even be able to make it with stuff you already have. So what we're going to make for the second gift is a body scrub. All you need is a bowl, any old bowl will do, some brown sugar, doesn't have to be organic, some oil. You can use jojoba oil, coconut oil. I chose avocado oil, a jar or container, and some perfume. First, you're going to take about a cup of brown sugar and add in about 1/4 cup of oil. Then add a few spritzes of the perfume and mix it all together. Go ahead and pop it into the jar. Maybe add a little decoration. This is just a little coloring of the Grinch that I covered with packing tape so it doesn't wrinkle when it gets wet. Then maybe add some ribbon or a little bow. And then you have a cute little body scrub. That was a quick one, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and pass it back to Busby in the closet.
Guess who messed up really bad on their eyeliner? Wow. So I tried a wing stamp and I held it wrong. I don't know how I did that. I thought I was smart enough to conquer a stamp, but I guess not. So this is the final look, you guys. As far as the palette goes, I'd say everything blended pretty darn well. For the color story, I'd probably give it a 4. And the packaging, I have to take a star off because the glitter that's on it comes off everywhere. But as far as value, I think $22, I believe it was $22, is a good price for what you're getting. Especially if you can use like a coupon. There's usually like a promo code you can use, or if you get it at Ulta, you can use a coupon as well. So on value, I'd still give it 5 stars. And for the color story, I'm probably going to give it 4 stars because it just, I'm a little sick of the pops of pink, and I don't really see the pink as part of the Nightmare Before Christmas story. I think red would make more sense than pink. Green would make more sense than pink. There is that. If you'd like to do some quick math with me.
Ha! Who wants to do math, am I right? Before the climactic results of this episode of Crash My Stash, let's just get into the final gift idea. This one is so simple. All you're gonna need is some chocolate. I chose white chocolate and dark chocolate so I can make a couple of different things. Some crushed candy canes or peppermints. Some nuts. I chose pecans. And a silicone mold. It can be just a regular ice cube tray or something cuter from the craft store. First, you're going to take that clean silicone mold, add some of the crushed peppermints and or the nuts. Then pour in some melted chocolate. I used a double boiler method to melt my chocolate. It helps me make sure I don't burn it. Then you can put that in your fridge or your freezer until it's hard. I put mine in the freezer for about 40 to 45 minutes. Then voila, tasty holiday treats. I also mixed some white chocolate with some of the crushed peppermints and a little bit of hot water. You could also use hot milk to make a peppermint bark fudge. I put that in a square container, let it cool for the same 40 to 45 minutes, and then cut it into little slices. So there we have 3 different holiday ideas made without a lot of money, but with a lot of love. I hope you guys are having a good holiday, and I'm going to pass it back to Busby in the closet for the final rating on this episode of Crash My Stash.
I believe that is 17 out of 20 stars, which would be an average of 4.25 stars. So this little baby gets a silver star. That's a 4-star rating. Definitely going to keep this in my collection. I love just looking at it. It's very cute. Not one of my favorite palettes in the world, but definitely a good palette. There's a little bit of kickback on some of the mattes, and of course there's that sequin shade, the black with all the glitters. But when I swatch that one, it behaves a lot better than most sequin shades, and the glitter really stays in there. So I think that would make a nice lid shade. I don't hate it. I think most of the colors in the palette make sense and are really nice. And that about wraps it up, you guys. Let me know what you think of the gifts that we made today, the look that we did. Can't forget to let the Shirley Temple curls back out. So you guys, let me know, comment down below what you thought of today's video. It really does help me out. Leave a like if you had fun today, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that little bell notification so you know every time I am up to no good. I'm so glad you guys were able to come by today. I hope to see you very soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!